Sasquatch Origins, a Midnight Voices AI Vox production. It must have drifted through the galaxy for millennia, an alien starship disguised by the slow accretion of dust, rock, ice, and cosmic debris. From the viewport of our mining vessel, it looked like any other asteroid we were harvesting in the Kuiper Belt. Let's camp out on this one, Monica said as she guided our ship onto the surface. If we work fast, we can be home 5 months before Christmas. Let's fill those lithium bins. We suited up, deployed our mining domes, and began our routine. For miners like us, 5 months was a typical haul. Strip the lithium, patch the domes, eat rehydrated soup, fly back to the dome, steads, and sell our haul to Earth, Mars, and the far-flung settlements scattered across the moons. But on the first day, something felt wrong. The asteroid vibrated faintly, like a sleeping animal resisting a dream. GPS readings flickered wildly. Compass gyros spun like drunken tops. The geologists muttered and double-checked their scanners. On the second day, two miners dug down about 50 feet into the crust when their drill struck something hard, metallic, and curved. They sent up dust like volcanic ash. Then, as everyone gathered around, they planted a charge. When the explosives detonated, half the asteroid's debris blew off in a silent gray explosion. What emerged beneath the smoke was a smooth, impossibly huge outer hull. The asteroid wasn't an asteroid at all. It was a starship, 1/8 the size of Pluto. I had just finished breakfast when the cafeteria dome jolted violently. Alarms screamed. A few domes tore loose from the surface and drifted into the void. Our main ship scrambled rescue drones to retrieve them, dragging the terrified crew toward firmer ground on a neighboring chunk of ice. Through the artificial lights, we finally saw the truth. The hull stretched for miles, cold and ancient, scored with symbols that looked like claw marks combined with mathematics. Monica stared in awe. Jason, did we just wake up a sleeping alien ship? I sipped my coffee. The miners dusted off something enormous. I have a bad feeling. Monica, we need to leave. That ship is powering up. Isn't everyone supposed to wait for a military science crew before going inside? She asked. Yes, I said. But we've got idiots on this job. Last time a dead ship was found out here, it was full of dormant Sasquatch aliens in hibernation pods. They woke up angry, sick, and died quickly from some unknown infection before reaching medical supplies. The report was classified, but I read it. I read it too, she whispered. Let's get ready to go. Our fear was justified. This was not just any alien craft. It was a Sasquatch starship. Recent archaeological findings suggested that a highly advanced race of Sasquatch-like beings seeded Earth millions of years ago. Their genetics mixed with early primates, eventually giving rise to humans. Less hair, smaller bodies, lower strength, more curiosity. To them, we were unfinished experiments. And now their creators were waking up. Company ships and military vessels arrived too late. A few reckless miners had already broken protocol and forced their way inside. Lights flickered across the alien hull as if the ship were regaining consciousness. Monica and I rushed toward our RV pod craft as the situation escalated. Inside the awakened starship, two miners wandered into a hibernation chamber. Rows of enormous Sasquatches lay sleeping beneath translucent panels, each pod glowing with symbols that indicated a 5 billion year sleep cycle. The ship itself was 23 billion years old, far older than our understanding of the universe. As the ship awakened, security pods slid open. Massive Sasquatch warriors stepped out wearing chest plates marked with ancient insignias. They roared, charged, and began driving the intruders out with devastating force. The military attempted to intervene, sending hundreds of troops into the ship. But blood splatters began misting across the hull like red dust storms. More Sasquatches awoke. More humans died. Monica and I fired up the RV pod and blasted off. As we gained altitude, we saw miners' homes being smashed open by the Sasquatch warriors. Translucent dome roofs cracked apart, their inhabitants sucked into drifting globules of blood suspended in microgravity. We slingshotted around the massive hull for a gravity boost and sped toward Mars at 15,000 miles per second. Jason, we're being followed. Monica shouted. A Sasquatch attack pod streaked behind us, its thrusters firing like blue comets. We can't let them reach Mars, I said. I hit the emergency lever. The trunk popped open. Our spare fuel cell shot backward into the exhaust and detonated in a blinding blue flare. The explosion hurled us forward and vaporized the pursuing pod. We drifted for a month through quiet space, finally reaching Mars without being followed. But our relief didn't last. News channels reported it first. A fleet of Sasquatch attack pods had left the mothership, heading for Mars and Earth to eradicate their failed creation once and for all. Monica's family gave us one night of rest in their dome home. By morning, the streets were on fire. Sasquatch warriors stomped through the red dust, smashing vehicles, tearing through markets, ripping open the sides of buildings. Their voices boomed across the colony like thunder. We fled into our RV pod with Monica's family, engines screaming to life. Where do we go? Her uncle shouted. We're safe. Pluto Station, I said. The most fortified post in the solar system. They've stopped worse. We lifted into the sky, climbing fast. But then Monica looked at the radar. Her face went pale. Oh God, Jason, they're chasing us again. Behind us, dozens of Sasquatch pods rose from the Martian horizon like a swarm of metallic locusts. What do we do? Monica whispered. We don't run, I said. Not this time. I locked in the Pluto trajectory, activated every booster we had, and reached under my seat. The miners on our crew always kept a few tricks hidden for emergencies. Monica, I said slowly, I'm about to show these Sasquatches what humans can really do. She stared at me. Jason, what's the plan? The plan, I said, is to stop being their experiment. We pulled hard toward the outer system, drawing the Sasquatch pods behind us like angry beasts chasing a flame. Halfway between Neptune and Pluto, we reached an abandoned mining outpost with a massive gravity well generator orbiting nearby. The old station had enough power to warp space within a narrow cone for ship testing. I angled us toward it. They're still behind us, Monica said. Good, I replied. We skimmed past the station, triggering its old emergency override beacon. The gravity well activated. A shimmering cone of warp space opened behind us like a hungry whirlpool. The Sasquatch attack pods flew straight into it. One by one, they were shredded, bent, crushed, and then compressed into streaks of blue light that vanished into the distortion. The last pod tried to veer away, but failed and was swallowed whole. Silence. Monica exhaled. Jason, you just saved Mars. We bought time, I said. Nothing more. Their mothership is still out there. We reached Pluto Station, battered but alive. Defensive arrays locked onto us, verified our signatures, and brought us inside the great ice fortress. Inside, the Admiral greeted us with grim eyes. You two, she said, are about to help us plan the largest counterstrike in human history. Those Sasquatch creators want a war? I nodded. Then we'll give them one. And somewhere, deep in the Kuiper Belt, the ancient Sasquatch starship continued to awaken, humming with power older than the universe itself. The final battle for the fate of humanity had just begun.